Good evening, folks. How's it going? Hope you're having a good one. Welcome to the Green Nether. And yes, indeed, we are going to have some spawn-proofing carpeting vibes going on today. I have been... It's a public holiday here today. I have been on a quite long hike with a bunch of folks from work. And so, yeah, I am quite tired. I don't want to do anything silly. Hello. What a fantastic timing. Welcome in, folks. Thank you so much, Joel, for the raid. Hope you had a fantastic stream today. We are just, I literally just, came off of my countdown screen here. And telling people that I have been hiking today. Why are those? Oh. Okay. Hold up. Wait, so my...
5 months.
Oh boy. Hold on. Magicy, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thank you again, Joel, for the raid. Hope you had a great time with Joel. Hope he was up to something fun. I know he often needs to run, and that is absolutely okay. Thank you, the Nuki, for the follow. Appreciate that. And thank you, Sarn, for 5 months. Absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's see. What is all of this stuff? This, I mean, this obviously goes in there.
Dang it, Brian trimmed out the emote.
Yeah, Brian doesn't like speaking in emotes. The hike was really good, but I am quite tired from it. Lit up one of the external forts in West Hill today. Man, that place must be getting quite close to done. I have not really had the time to visit for a while. So yeah, this is just completely... Okay, hold up. We're just completely overflowing on bone meal in this one. So I would... Where's the... Hold on. Yeah, that must be it. It's coming in from the side. These are 2 moss farms, by the way, the things that we're looking at. One here is for moss, the other one there is for pale moss. And I am taking a ton more moss out than I'm taking pale moss because of the project that we're doing today. The Green Nether project. Now, green being a color of moss, not of pale moss. Therefore, one of these farms is under a lot more pressure than the other. Down to just a handful of tasks on the to-do list. That's really exciting. That has been a long time coming. Very cool. So this... Okay, hold on. Actually, are we just full on bone meal on both? We're just completely full on bone meal on both farms. So ideally, that would mean that I should gather up the overflow here, because I'm just losing bone meal at the moment, which sucks. That wasn't what I intended to do today, but maybe that is a thing we do real quick. Which should be doable with like a few blocks and 2 hoppers and a few chests. But yes, I'll show this first while we're carrying around half an inventory full of bone meal. I probably need to get some more food also before we go. But before we go for real. But let's look at this. This is the Green Nether project. It is a terraforming and spawn-proofing project. Don't mind the angry yells. They think I'm a little too ungolden. Where I am remaking the surface of the Nether to be green. The idea being that eventually I want to remake the ceiling to be some form of weird cave-like thing. I don't want to make it look like a sky, because I don't think that will work. But I want to replace it with something that looks really cave. So I've done some prototyping here. This is kind of how it's supposed to look, ideally. And also, a lot of the newer stuff that's been added, is potentially quite useful. There's also things like this. They're because the carpet is actually kind of transparent when it comes to light. I can put lighting underneath, and so that's the thing we might experiment with also. But to begin with, I want to spawn-proof an entire area here to further the efficiency of a gold farm, and which is also going to be a bartering farm here in the center. And there's actually not all that much left, and we're starting to see a little bit of efficiency from it. But as you can see, there is some left, so that is satisfying though. But yeah, let's sort out that bone meal overflow, because I really don't want those farms to just be completely wasting all the productive power of bone milling there. Because eventually, who knows, we will need like bone blocks or whatever, and that would suck to not have them in that case. This island, the whole there are some intertwined projects here. This island was originally that high. That was ground level when I started. I want to build a big city. You can see some of the houses here. They are supposed to have concrete shells, but I don't have bartering yet. So I don't have gravel in any substantial quantities, which is what I want to get that farm up and running so we can get stuff for this. So it's kind of entwined. But yeah, the Green Nether project primarily boosting the gold farm rate, also boosts the Froglight farm rates. I've got another chest in there that's just almost full at this point. Oh yeah, that's my friend the cow up there. Yeah, so great. I don't know if I have any hoppers. I probably didn't have any hoppers at all, so good thing that I made some. I also need a bunch. Well, it might not be too bad to have an extra pair of hoppers there. I will need, I guess, here. Sure, let's just grab a stack of stuff. So I'll need some blocks. We're going to be reshaping the path of water, which is interesting. This guy's also here for a future farm, so we'll see how that goes eventually. But I don't really want to do that now. Also, there's really not that great food value in this, is there? I hope that guy will sell me some golden carrots eventually. I'm buying these from a villager up there. This is really annoying. Okay, so basically what I want to do here is I want to have the overflow from this that doesn't get caught in this because it's full, flow over it into another hopper, which I guess we can put like this, and that should just work. And then if I put, well, I guess, yeah, maybe it's nicer to, well, let's do this. Put it into that instead. Double chest here. Double chest below it. Another hopper pointed in like that. That's why I wanted. That's why I thought it wasn't necessarily bad that I made one extra. I would kind of ideally like that to not be a full block, but whatever. And now I should have gotten glass, I guess. But really all I should need to do is that. And we should start getting bone meal flowing into this. When we get some excess. Please? Let's stash this for now. 29 in the last one. Okay. So when all of this gets harvested, you'll see the water flow across. Yeah. Now a bunch of stuff should get composted. And we should see at least 1 cup. But on the other hand, we're using up bone meal. This is 62 now. So the farm is balanced to be slightly overproductive on bone meal, I guess. Never mind. We're just using up more. Are we just getting all of it? No, we're getting none of it in here. I'm confused. And this one now... Wait, that's not the one I'm looking for. This one is. This one I took a bunch out of. That won't fill up for a while, but we'll do the same thing here. I want the hopper here pointing into that. Did I get that back? I have no idea. That's annoying. Sure. We'll just set this up for now. Worst case, I've failed something and it does nothing. Best case, it starts gathering a bunch of bone meal. Still 29. This is... I feel like this is not keeping up. Okay. $63. Is he composting over there? Okay, I didn't... No, this one. Hello? Hello? Okay. Well, I mean, it's very, very, very near. Didn't realize that 1.21.6 enters its pre-release phase. Time to port the mods, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Also time to start making a full update video for me, so we'll see what that means for streams in the upcoming little while. Alright. Now, let's get some food, and then let's go fill up on moss and get this nether carpeted. Can stuff these in here. I've got some moss blocks in here, but not that many. Put those in there. I need as much inventory space as possible for... I don't have stone bricks separately, no. Okay, let's do this. I need to squeeze as much, basically, sticks in here as possible. So I think that's basically what I'm selling. Although I might not be able to sell like a full inventory, but I should probably have like taken out something here also. Okay, maybe that's good enough. Yeah, the chat kind of, a message only stays on for so long. So you just have to chat more, I guess. Hey, we got string. Thank you, kitty. All right, so let's see. I think I've moved my Fletcher up here. Let's go up and trade, and then hopefully buy some more food. Just as I stepped into this water column, I realized I have emeralds down there. You want chat? Here, chat. I mean, do chat messages ever contain useful content? I should have been holding this. Oh, well, whatever. You're standing like just far enough to not trade with me. Stop. Oh, such a troll. I cannot reach you. That is so annoying. No. Have you restocked? You want to trade? No. Are you like close enough now? No. Okay. Right. Oh, this just barely doesn't doesn't unlock on that. I mean, I guess we can buy some apples. I just kind of want to see what his next unlock is going to be. His stews. I don't know if that is always stews or... But oh well. It's fine. Okay. I have... I was going to say more emeralds in here, but I didn't, so I guess that's good. But I have my trading stuff in here, so that's fine, I suppose. I don't really want to carry around all this apple stuff. Hold door. Well... okay, here. This one will be fine. I struggled with those villagers. Why do I only have one here? I had two. Is it? It might have been this one that I repurposed. Yeah. Okay, let's actually clean this out a little bit then. Why is this here? It's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be in here. Grass goes here. Nice, full stack. And then glass bottles go... I don't know. We'll put it with a glass, I guess. And I'll never find it again. I do not have fire rest. That is kind of a necessary thing for the Nether. Oops. Okay. Let's take these out again. I don't really need the poison right now. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of stuff. Hey, look, another bottle. Nice. We'll put the poison in here and never find that again. Kinda need that soonish. Now we have an empty shulker. I guess we'll stuff the... Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a stack of apples. Nice. Did I get 3? I got 3. Doop, doop, doop. Another wort. Get that going. Oh, no. Did I put away everything I needed? Okay. I had one. Anyway, yes. There was... Here. Whatever. I struggled a bit with villagers. What are you doing, cow? They kept getting stuck in that doorway. So I closed it up in the hopes that they would be better with some fixing on future versions. And I'm not sure if it ever got improved. They were properly stuck for a while. So instead of going to their workstations, instead of going to their beds, they kept just going to the doorway, basically, and getting stuck in it. I need redstone. There we go. I don't think I bother making these splash. One streamer once banned me from his chat because I said he should hold down F3 plus C, although he didn't even press it. Yeah, maybe because that's a really stupid joke. And it's not even funny. Did I take that too early? No, I didn't. I mean, that's just my guess, you know? Because I would totally never do that and have never done that about 10 times to different people. Basically, if you're gonna joke about crashing people's games, then you'll have to take a joke about being banned in the response. That's the dealio. Oh my goodness, did I managed to empty the chest. Holy smokes. Now we even have. Well, this is fine. We'll go with this. That's enough to last us the entire stream. Yes, that's also true. Like if you're a regular, yeah, sure. If that's the first thing you step in with, yeah, you're absolutely getting the ban. No way you're getting out of that one. What did I have here? I didn't mean to take this onto a bar. But what? Pearls probably. Yo, Clover. That is a very early Clover stream, isn't it? Thank you so much. Welcome in, folks. Hope you had a fantastic stream today. It has a countdown and it's not crashing. You don't have to tell me how this game works. That's what I'm missing. Trust me. You really don't. That sucks. Okay. Apparently well overdue, Raine. Countdown is not visible though, for anybody who's not like intimately familiar of the debug crashing functionality of this game. The countdown is just there in the background. Unless you have the log open, you will not see it. And so the fact that you're trying to, fool somebody into crashing their game by specifically telling them to hold down the key combo, you are not getting out of that one. You are absolutely 100% trying to fool somebody into crashing their game from the assumption of lack of knowledge, which you're still out here doing, by the way. And yes, in my world, that means you have to take a joke about getting banned as a return to sender. Well, was it moved to the? It was moved to the chat at some point. Yeah. Depends on where you are, though. But yes, it was it was put in chat for that specific reason. Did this get placed? Yeah, it did. It was a daytime out. Yeah, that's about what I would do. What were you up to today? You Thinky Direct. What? Thinky what? I don't even know what that is. But that is at least like 40 hours earlier than your normal stream in a day. Because like, you generally start when I am about ready to drop dead in bed. I'm just saying. You get to take the joke. If you try to dish the joke, you get to take the joke. And also, like, it's a good, like, I think, learning for people. If you're brand new to somewhere, like, kind of feel the room before you start doing spicy stuff. Like a Nintendo Direct for Thinky Games. Okay, that didn't tell me all that much more, but okay. I've kind of, I don't know, tuned out or stopped caring about or lost track of or whatever of like most kind of game announcement stuff lately. So mad. I still need to get, ideally actually, I get a bunch of more piglins here of the sword wielding variety. Because really, they're having a lot of fun over there. The crossbow folks are just so annoying. Trying to deal with them is just constant pain. Please keep chatting English. Well, yeah, okay. We're just gonna be close enough to hear the constant noises of pain. I probably also want to... Really, I'm lost when I had one thing left to place here. I probably also want to move the entire farm downwards, I think. Once I'm done with this, I might try to blast this farm as far down as I can. I don't know. I don't need like super great rates on this thing, but it would be cool to just try to optimize it. How's this looking? I mean, it's not ideal, and I still need to... I need to do a lot of other stuff with this, like sort out the gold and then auto craft them and stuff. But if I'm going through all this effort of slabbing the entire Nether, essentially, then I might as well go through the effort of trying to get rates up by moving the farm down. So, out of the entire square, the only part that I'm now aware of that is still in and not slabbed is kind of this little section. Well, it's not that little, I guess. Here's the line. So I guess maybe the best thing to do would be to start from the outside and like move inwards. Very nice. Yeah, we'll just start over here. And, well, let's get into this placing carpet and just chatting mood. Because like I said, I was on a hike today. I'm debating whether I should even stream. Because it is hardcore, which is my project, my focus at the moment. And we kind of know how some of my previous, I mean, in that case, STRLGHT worlds, but how they've fared when I've played while really tired. And for those of you who weren't around, the spoiler is, it wasn't great. That was a little too funny to not do. But then I felt like I can just do this. It'll be a little bit of a grind and chat, but like this project needs to get done at some point. Not great. It doesn't sound great. Indeed, suboptimal. That is also true. And for the specifics, I lost 2 half-hearted hardcore worlds that way, basically. I started out those streams going like I'm really not feeling it today, and then did something stupid and lost the worlds. I don't think I'm like that tired, but I certainly don't think I should be like going and saying hi to a warden or something. Which is something I do want to do at some point. I mean, not necessarily saying hi to a warden, but going and raiding An ancient city. Hi. You're really annoying. You're still annoying. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. What are people excited for? Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Paying the late tax.
Hi, Vasu. Thank you so much for that. Not killing a child. What do you mean? It was just an annoying pig. Wait, is this? Yeah. Wait, where am I at? This is my line that I'm following. Excuse me? You saw nothing. Okay, so there's more stuff there. Okay, there's no way I get around this, I think. I probably just have to drink this and go swimming. There's more over there too. And some stuff there, but I might get in from that side. Okay, well, we'll probably end up having to drink one here, but this okay. And the strider there. Okay. Fine. Now, Myth. Let's not be that way. Why are you standing up here, being cold, when you can be in your favorite lava over there and be warm? That is just very silly. I saw more. Where did I see more? Now I don't see anything except flames, which isn't helpful. I thought I saw like a higher up one, but maybe that was only that one. Okay, well let's wait, was it over here? Yeah, there's more over here. This is really annoying. This may be better not to fly, actually. This is extremely annoying. Hi, tired one. Hope you're doing well. Okay. I'm gonna be on fire forever here. That might be it down here, though. Okay, I'm just gonna... We'll do that. Oh my goodness. I nearly hit that guy. Okay, alright. Yeah, this is all like one big piece of mess. Hi, fellas. Hope you're doing good.
Yay.
I mean, this... I don't know. All of this stuff, I'm able to get to, I suppose. So my intuition here is the better thing to do is to leave this and then do all of it at once. Although I don't. Okay, well, this way. Thank you, Fazu, for those bits. I'm not sure if I said that. I think I said that. Gideon and brother Sko. What is that? Sko Didi. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate that. Welcome in. The hike was good. It was like we have had rain for the last few days. Up until quite recently, it looked like it was gonna rain today too. But then we got a super nice weather. And then it's gonna rain again tomorrow. So we were like really lucky. And then it was not like super short, but it was short enough to not be like I'm not completely dead. But it was long enough that I'm quite tired, and it was the first in a while that I actually like did some proper hiking. I've been like running and stuff, but realized that hiking is quite different from running, based on the way my body feels. Here from my dose of anxiety. What do you mean? We're just looking at some nice little gardening. Good timing. Good timing. No, how can I miss that? No, you're super far away. Okay, I can't even see him anymore. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep doing this. And then we'll move inwards, I think. The ones that are out here at the edge are always the most annoying ones, because there's mobs spawning outside and then walking in and doing stuff, and it's all just annoying. Thought I saw some spawn space down here, but now I don't, so I guess there wasn't any. Stop trying to push me. That's so rude. So rude, just pushing people. Really. You all are just like really annoying right now. Just hit him down. Yeah, that could have no possible bad side effects. Unforeseen struggles that would last for several minutes here in the this collection of fine gentlemen that are just waiting. Where did that come from? I kind of felt like that gas noise came from a place where I thought I would have spawn proof, but maybe it. Oh, this is. Okay, there are two. This is. Okay, there's the continuation. Alright, fine. That comes from outside. That's fine. Well, I mean, it's not fine because, you know. How am I missing all of these today? I'm way low. Still low. Okay, well. My tactics here are obviously to just have it despawn. It was all misdirection. I've been searching for a long time until I find the one riding a strider. Yeah, that was apparently the ticket. In before you hit a pig. I would never. It would just never happen, and it would totally not, if it ever, you know, did happen, despite the fact that it doesn't happen, cause any problems at all. Obviously. Oh yeah, I got Smite 5 on this. So I'm actually kind of safe in that aspect now. I need to find netherite for it. This is fine. So that's another project, I guess. Pigsteps? Yeah. I mean, sure. The acoustic version. My dude. My dude. I have a weapon so powerful that you could never imagine. So you're a sword guy. And I appreciate sword guys, I will say. Where in the world do I have my boats, though? Oh my goodness, dude. You're being really annoying. They could be in here. They are in here. I mean, the chances I'll need two are very slim. My dude! Okay. What are the chances that I can get you back? Like, there's so many zombie-fied piglins here. I guess we could put him in a boat and then travel around to despawn some of these fools, and he is just doing something obscene over there. Because I can't get him past these because you just get scared all the time. Yeah. There's pretty much just one way back. The problem here is eventually I'm gonna have to do something like this. Because, well, I mean, I can probably pull some guy up from over there, and if I just re-summon them until I get one that's just closer than all the zombie piglins, that's probably easier. So we probably just ignore this guy. That's my take. Spicy take. Ignore the problem until the problem goes away. The thing is, I had a bunch of piglins over at the farm ready to like barter, and then accidents happened, and then a bunch of them ended up getting killed. And, you know, it was all so very random. Hi, Fox. What is that? Mr. Fox Parapet? Do you have to stand there? See the anonym. Thank you for working with me on that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna be annoying whichever order I do this, I think. So I'm not gonna move down this hill, like the edge there, and we'll kind of save that for later. And you're just gonna keep being really annoying. My feeling is eventually I'm gonna end up having to kill him. The first news, folks. What's the grand plan for this? So the grand plan, this is a terraforming and mainly spawn-proofing project. That line you see over there, I think it is. Actually, might not be. Over there-ish somewhere is a gold farm. And it's going to be a combined gold farm and bartering setup. And one of the extra kind of self-imposed rules that I have for this hardcore world is I do not use the Nether roof. So I don't get the easy mode, cheaty version of Gold Farm, where you just go like, I'm gonna cheat myself onto a super flat and just play there. You really had to, didn't you? So we're doing things the hard way, and that involves spawn proofing, which is nice because it also spawn proofs like partial area coverage for the froglight farm I have, and there we can do more stuff. I'm kind of considering making a ghast farm here in it. That's really annoying. But yeah, there are a couple of like self-imposed rules that I have on this hardcore world to just make it a little more interesting, and the other ones are I don't abuse villagers, which means I don't like zombify them and cure them. I don't abduct them from their home villagers. The only villagers I have are ones that I've found as zombies in the wild and cured. And the last, I guess, thing, which is less of a self-imposed like rule than it is like a principle, and that is I want to be making my own farm designs. I don't want to make just block by block copies of farms that other people have designed. I can use components of them, but I'm not gonna like you just take this schematic or whatever and just copy paste it into my world in survival. Because I don't think that's as much fun, and I really encourage people to try more of the design parts of the game themselves. Anyway, we are coming up on an ad break here. Twitch really wants to play its ads, so instead of you folks missing stuff, I am going to take a break, and we'll play ads while we have that break going. So I'm gonna pause there before I get shot by something here, and we'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes once Twitch got its ads out of the way. If you are a sub to the channel, you do not get to see that. Instead, you get to see some fun clips. So enjoy those, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Unlock apples. Did you not see what happened to the last guy who refused to sell me apples? Oh no. Well, that serves me right, I guess. We burnt the composter. Might as well burn you while we're at it, I suppose. And me. Okay, a little more careful. It's not like I have, you know, the health to spare for that or anything. Holy crap. Okay, alright.
I think there's no way. How much time we have left? 11 minutes. The timer was always there. I was always asking how much time we have left. I was right there.
Nice! Oh, you're kidding me!
And you're right.
Oh,
what?
City!
Are you serious?
No,
Whoa.
this is cheating, man. This is hacks. This
What?
can't be true.
How? Hello?
Do you have an ender pearl?
I didn't think that was possible.
Gotta say, the Monumental team is really nice, man.
No, this is not Monumental.
There it is.
This is vanilla. Wow. I've never
Oh, that is very loud. Oh my goodness. We're leaving. Please be on the surface. I don't have a bed with me. That's... No. What? That's so stupid. What? Look, gunpowder. That's a book. A saddle. In case I need to travel the lava lake to find my fortress, you know? Hey, we got a music disc. Oh my god, what? All right. We are back. I think that should be the breakover. Hey, thank you, King Parrot, for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. I mean, I'm Scuddy. I'm pretty sure my farms can be quite crap at some points too. But also, like, one thing that I've been thinking about for my farms here is, like, I don't like necessarily need the types of farms that I would probably aim for on like an SMP or something, where it's like, oh, we really need the 300,000 items per minute or whatever. Oh my goodness, my dude. You're being really annoying, and that really hurt. And there's a hoglin there. Hello, Hubert Labs. Okay. I don't love how that happened. This food is awful. Okay. The dancing iron golem? I don't know what that refers to. More carpet. Stuck underneath the stuff. This is really annoying. This is why I was trying to minimize the amount of this biome that got included. That and hoglins and stuff. It's not as bad as the salt elves. Got some of that too, but it's quite annoying. I am just gonna do this here, I think. Try to cut it off, and then I'll take the other half later, so I get some kind of order to do this in. I don't know where the line is. I'm sure it's fine. We'll do this. Oh, no. Okay, cool. You're fighting a hoglin or something, I think. Because now we'll have this kind of island thing going on out here left. And if I keep filling this in, we'll get something, I guess. This is really annoying, though. Ah. Don't love when they like walk towards you with like a sense of purpose and direction. I don't know. What's best here? Okay. I mean, this clearly connects to all of this other stuff, so there's no risk that I miss it. My dude. My armor doing? We're fine. What was I saying before I got so rudely interrupted? Yes, some of the farms that people will do is like, make this farm, you'll get a bazillion items per hour or whatever. And I'm like, I don't need that. I'm fine just, just getting ridiculous loot. I don't have to have like unspeakable amounts of loot. And almost all farms that you can make are just pretty dang good. So I don't really care that much. Like, I do care about making them efficient, but I don't care about like making the most efficient thing. And as soon as you get away from that, the kind of thought that I have to have the best thing, then you're no longer really in that need of like making somebody else's farm, because there's nothing that means you can't make a good farm. But even if I don't have like Enix of Force, like in-depth knowledge of every single like exploitable glitch in the code. YouTube view chasing rates. Sure, yes. I mean, that makes sense. In some cases, I actually would like those. Like for a large scale SMP, or especially kind of a YouTuber SMP, it kind of makes sense to make those kinds of farms. For my own hardcore world, where I am the only player, I don't know. Like, gotta have some really serious automation going before that becomes relevant. Stenual mango? I don't know. Maybe. Depends on what aspect you're saying that. Because there are many aspects of a mango, I suppose. But I also don't think it's unique, right? Nice. I don't see that often. Really? You got back on? Huh. These are gonna be really annoying, aren't they? But I've always said that, like, I think an interesting game, interesting part of the game that I think people miss out on is like farms, and instead they sit around going like, I'm gonna copy block by block whatever Ilmango did, and they go like, hey Lime, what should I do in Minecraft? I'm so bored. I'm like, yeah. Mobs do not spawn on netherwork blocks, no. Either of the kinds. As evidenced by the fact that you don't see mobs all in the trees, if you will. Do this real quick here. Oh, maybe I am not. Jeez.
Hello there.
What a way to say hello, Brian. Wow. Thank you so much, Winar. Thank you for 58 months of support. Holy smokes. It was too easy just looking up. Yes, and looking up in the more direct meaning than looking something up. Oh, hi. I will call you Bacon. I would like to pick that up, but I can't. I can't pick these up either. Well, and now they're toast. Okay. Oh, because 0 durability. Huh. I kind of do want to save those. But I guess I can put the bottle. Oh, and this. Now I can pick these up. And we'll soon be out of the stack. So I guess that's okay. I think understanding mechanics is more fun than just building some of this farm. Yeah, I think so too, but I think the way some of these farms are presented, it kind of makes it... I think people get the impression that they're just like... I think people get the impression that they're like impossible to understand. And mostly that's because people use like super advanced concepts. Like they'll use exact knowledge of the spawning algorithm. Right? And I was like, you don't need that to make a farm. And so sometimes these farms are presented in such a way that they give this impression of being basically impossible to figure out by yourself, but that's not really the case. If you don't need if your goal isn't to like absolutely maximize the rates, then you're fine. Don't know how far into this we are. I also don't know if there's something up there. Well, there's something up there, but that's outside. One of the nice parts of this is there isn't so many like multi-floor generation spaces here, which is making this a lot better. Because some of the harder things, the most time-consuming areas, were the ones where there were like 4 like separate floors, if you will, levels of stuff, and you had to carpet all over all. The mushroom tastes a little lava-y. Yes. I can't fit that. God damn it. Okay, I actually can't. Hey, Dylan. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm misplacing this left and right, which I guess is expected given today. I've heard many times people copy Crazy Complex Farm to learn how to do redstone. But they're so hard to follow, no one's learning anything. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the times, the people who are that I really appreciate to do like farming mechanic stuff are the people who will explain how things work. And a lot of people nowadays don't. They will just like, here's my farm, here's how to operate it, and here's how to build it, either block by block or like, hello, take this schematic. Which really, like, it's gonna be really hard to teach somebody something from that, right? You can learn how it works, maybe, but you can't. Jesus. That scared me. Okay. You can't learn why somebody did something. My dude! Don't have to be this way. We can just live in peace and harmony here. You just have to accept your home being a little bit green. I feel like that's the case in many. It's kind of a universal like teaching thing. People who aren't in kind of the right mindset of learning will ask for answers instead of asking to learn, right? So we'll go like, I can't figure out this answer to my homework. Please give me the answer. And I'm like, that will teach you nothing. Other than kind of that you can cheat your way around stuff. I remember in Nambon's videos that went really in-depth about why certain mechanics work. Yes. He used to do that. Like, I built one of his farms on Legacy Season 2, the Guardian farm that's in some of my intros. You know, I was able to do that correctly because he explained stuff in it. And then I decorated it, and, you know, but I ended up knowing why things were the way they were, which meant I could modify the farm. I knew what needed to be transparent and why, and, you know, all of those things. I also find, like, most of Ethos tutorials, whenever he makes a farmer system or something, will be that way. He will not just go, like, here, build the stuff this way. Rather, he will explain on video how something works and why. And then he'll go, like, oh, and, like, here, I think I've looked around enough that you can copy the things if you want to. What are some other people that you know that you think are doing a good job of like showcasing something in Minecraft, whatever it is, like how to do something? It doesn't have to be farms, it could be whatever. Building, you know, techniques, whatever, fighting. trying to think about people I appreciate also. I think Aussie completely selflessly is suggesting this completely unrelated channel. Good morning. How are you doing? Silent Whisper. Oh. Picks, sure. Yeah. I mean, he makes a very he has a very purposeful approach to that, right? Because that is literally his entire series. Slicedlime guy once had a cool bit about how to install snapshots after each snapshot video. It is now relegated to its own video because of the YouTube algorithm. I've made a lot of changes to the snapshot videos over the year, just purely because of the algorithm, not because that Vine is just so annoying. Not because I believe it makes the videos better, but because I believe it makes them work better in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, we're doing this then. I want to encourage you as much as possible in one blow. Find Squibble's explanation really interesting recently. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that.
Work lurking so no years on. Hope the greenification is going well.
I don't even have to say anything because he can't hear it anyway. That was so good timing. Logic, yeah. For sure. I don't know if people have seen actually that he's back and started a new series. Got him. I am to say I can't refute that. The thing is, often those bit sounds will be like easy to see through because they don't have a direction, right? They come from exactly center. But in this case, I didn't have a good enough situational awareness to know. So there could have just been a ghast like directly behind me. This is really annoying. Those little 4 blocks there. I'm gonna have to try to get to at some point. Where is the edge? It's a... Will the occasional wandering piglin or hoglin mess up the spawn rates in your farm? No, because if I'm standing by the farm, everything will be spawn proof, so nothing will be spawning. So there won't be the occasional wandering piglin or hoglin. And if they have been there while I've been out here, they will despawn eventually. Hoglin farm seems pretty effective. Yeah, maybe I want to set one up then. Why does this end here? $206, $208. Why do I not have the full square? I'm really confused here. Here's my line. Did I just not continue it down here? Really, where exactly is this line? This line is like 208. So I've actually done too much here, I think. And these are outside. Nice! I can skip those silly things. You know what? We're doing this. Okay. 208. So this is actually the border. And I think I'm actually going to remove these just for being like absolutely clear. I want the thing to end up being a square. Just to not confuse future me. So 208. And I would presume that this 208. Oh, yes. Okay. This is also 208. So that's the square. There's obviously that bit up there. But I think I want to go back and do the thing that I left earlier. Let's try to complete as many like pieces that stick together as possible. There's also this stuff here. So there's a fair bit left, but we're totally getting there. Nice. Part of me really wanted to tear down this entire forest and just make it a flat surface like the other part. And if I continue with the kind of terraforming part of this all the way out here, then I might still do that. But it just seemed like so much extra work. That's let's talk about something else. What are people's favorite non-Minecraft like content creators? Twitch or YouTube? Or like Nebula or whatever. Like not pro film studio, just content creators. Okay. That's really annoying. Little hole in here. Can I say PewDiePie? Sure. Veritasium? Sure. City Planner Place. Oh, Ghost Town Living I followed for a while. I kind of lost track of it a little bit. But that's an interesting one. Okay, I think that one is safe to kind of ignore. Bear Meets Food. I've seen like a few of his things. I'm very I'm very like in between. I feel like some of them were interesting, but then some of them were also just like, I don't care about this. Can I take all of these now? I think so. If I do that, that'll be good. Yes, we'll have space. When he's online, Hitch. He does hitchhiking and long-distance bike touring. Sometimes disappears for months between trips. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That's cool. I followed a bunch of that kind of long-distance travel things. Brent's almost got the hotel rebuilt now. Oh, that's really cool. I can't say that I stopped at like a given moment. I've like dipped in a couple of times. And kind of seen how things have been going. was a cool thing, but it's one of those, like, I binged for a while, and then I ended up in just a life situation where I didn't have time to binge anymore, and then I stopped. I've been really enjoying Itchy Boots lately. Itchy Boots. There's a comic that is a very similar name, but I don't know if that's related. It's called Itchy Feet, I think. I watch a lot of Sabine Hossenfelder. That is a name I recognize, but I couldn't tell you what the content is, so I can't tell you what they do. So I'll give you some of mine too. I got into I really got into Jetlag, the game, when I got sick here 3 or 4 weeks ago, I guess, at this point. Some people had kind of recommended that in my Discord, and I was like, okay, I'll give this a chance. And I thought it was great. I've kind of ignored those thumbnails on YouTube before because I thought they were so obnoxious as thumbnails. But I really enjoyed it, and I kind of binged it all while I was sick. So I watched that. Now I've been kind of catching up a little bit on their other channels. Vendover Productions and Half is Interesting, which is interesting. Science related. Dutch lady who travels on her motorbike currently went through the whole Saudi region and will continue east, final destination being Japan. Holy smokes. That's cool. Yeah, I've followed a few like traveling and like travel challenge stuff. There's a channel called Downey, who's done a series called Downey Express recently, where he started in Narvik in Norway, above the Arctic Circle, and is taking trains to Africa. That's been really, really fun. It's just like a 4-part series. That was fun to follow. Is there something here? And then I've been following. I followed the whole of Project Africa from Hardest Geezer when he was doing that, and I've kind of followed his new thing in New Zealand. And then another similar thing that I really only started watching from a guy called Mitch Hutch. That I only really started watching because the cameraman from that Project Africa is in that stan. I ignore jet lag content on YouTube because of the same reason, but Tom Scott being on there sold me basically. Yeah. I don't think I would have ever watched it if it wasn't recommended by people in my Discord. And now I'm a Nebula subscriber, you know. So I think there's something probably for them to learn in that. Oh my goodness. It's just a massive space under here. Do I need to like... I need to fly under there? No, it's available from here. Okay. This is a really annoying thing when like you have to find all these little like caves and stuff. What else have I watched recently? There are a bunch of like outdoorsy channels that I still follow. Lost Lakes is one. Do a lot of canoe tripping and kind of long expeditions. A smaller one called Northern Scavenger, which is also another Canadian kind of wilderness. Really nice, like kind of calm, down to earth. This sucks. Yeah, for that reason. So yeah. Apparently has a second season done already of Downey Express. That's cool. There's also another Jetlag season on the way. I don't know where. I don't know what to do first. Airline reviews, interesting. I mean, I'm also the kind of person who can kind of geek out about anything. As long as there's just some interesting content, I can be as nerdy as is required in any subject. Everything electric show. Huh. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff done. I want to check all of this side stuff before I keep going here. Okay, some stuff missed out here. Like, there's a bunch of stuff up here. Probably do this. I get this done first. Saw Sam's post from Seoul, but no, nothing else, and don't really want to little trailer drops. Yeah, so they've dropped the layover episode that is like the game design of, and this is the first time I am like a subscriber at the time when they drop it. I'm still listening back through the back catalog, but everything else I've listened to in terms of the layover has been after I've seen the shows, including the kind of the game design episodes that they've done before the seasons. That sucks. So now I'm not sure if I want to even listen to this before I see the first episode, or even maybe before I've seen the entire season. Practical engineering. He's been on Jetlag, I think once, the guy, right? But I tried like an episode of that and I was like not thrilled with it. I'm not sure. Oh, can I reach that from here? Oh hell yeah. Let's go. Okay, so I think I did all of the stuff up there. So if I jump over there, do that one, and then down here, and then continue, I think we're good. Oh, it's annoying. I can do this stuff. Okay. Latest one, 17 pages. What was that? Does some interesting documentaries on science scandals. Interesting. That's done. But this isn't. Okay, cool. Yeah, what else have I? Actually, saw a video from the channel Physics Girl the other day also. Well, maybe it's a week ago now. If you aren't aware, she's a science creator who got essentially long COVID, ME/CFS. She seems to be doing better now, yes. That is the same disease that my wife has. So I'm both really glad that she's doing well, but also really glad that it's being like communicated and getting attention, honestly. That is so annoying. There's like one hidden, and we'll do this. Nice. Now we can see it from above. Well, can I just... Okay. Yeah, that story was rough. And there's so many stories like that. It's the horror part of that disease. It's like as bad as I've seen it, because I've, you know, seen my wife suffer through this for God knows how long it is now. It is so much worse for some people, and that is just terrifying. But my dude, I kind of need you to move off into the lava. I know you like the lava, so please just go have a bath. Yes, good. What else? What timing are we at? Okay, cool. I mean, I guess I should mention it also, like, in the nerdy space, I have been watching a bunch of a channel called Cracking the Cryptic, which are doing, like, variant Sudoku solves. How are you two doing regarding that? I'm not entirely sure what you're meaning. I do not have time to watch them every day. We'll just say, because there's like, it's quite often like an hour plus video, which I don't have that time every day. I did for a while, but I'm so bad at many of those Sudokus, but when I find one on the easier side, I can solve it. It feels so great. Yeah, I've done a fair few of them. I do have this problem where I tend to, like, I've obviously done something wrong along the way, and I just end up in a situation where I figured out that it's wrong, but I don't know when I made the error, and it's basically just means I just forfeit the entire puzzle. How's your wife, and, you know, how does it affect your life? Is she better? It goes up and down, I would say. Yes, some better periods and some worse. She's I would say it started to seem like she has at least a shot at getting better since she stopped working. That's done now. So there's some level of small hope, I guess. We're trying to find things that work. I'm trying my very best to offload her in as many things as possible. But it means that, well, I have less time. It also means that we don't do as much together. Like there's a lot of like loss in terms of our ability to experience things together, and I've kind of had to come to terms with just having to do things alone, or like with others, but not with her, because the alternative is to do nothing, which sucks. And so Kiddo, right? Like myself and Kiddo have gone on a couple of these trips now that my wife has just not been able to come on, which sucks. And I'm like at least slightly hopeful that we'll be able to find like things we can more experience together. There's actually, what is that? That's like next week, I think. There's kind of I don't know what to say. There's an event, I guess. In Sweden, there are 3 guys, I want to say, who are raising money for prevention of ME/CFS, who are biking across the entire country in a day, kind of raising money for it. So that's really nice to see. I done all of it now? I think I've done all of that. I don't want to miss something. The last bit of this will be just, without a doubt, going back and finding whatever gaps I've left behind. Which should be reasonably easy to find because it will just be wherever stuff is spawned. That's why I don't like to ask, because it obviously can be painful. Yeah. I mean, it's that, but also talking about, like, not talking about it means there's no awareness, right? And it's the kind of disease that is suffering because there's not enough awareness of it. So I don't mind talking about it. But yeah, obviously there are a bunch of like the normal kind of things that you would expect in a normal like marriage that can't work the same way. You would expect people to do most things together or whatever, but this doesn't work that way. That's a really annoying hill. How am I gonna do this one? This is actually progressing a lot, like, further than I thought we would get. Which I think is a kind of proof that this last little bit that I've got left is actually, like, less just a surface area than what I would have had to do before. That can't, it's there. Okay, cool. Are you spawn proofing? Yes, that's at least part of it. Currently the focus is spawn proofing. Ideally I want to make a lot of like terraforming stuff on this also, but currently it's only focused on the spawn proofing part of it. I cannot get, well, I can get back. No, I couldn't. Okay, let's try that again. No, okay, no way. On this corner. Ooh, haha. That was close. Go away. Yeah, what else lately? Let's try a different one. Who are your favorite Twitch streamers who stream something else than Minecraft? I like using carpets to pillar up sometimes. Yeah, I just dislike leaving it that way though. Some kind of perfectionist streak that just really wants a carpet on every single space and nothing else. Okay, nothing else there. That's really annoying. That's gonna be spawnable. I wonder how many like tree stumps I've left like that. Nobody? Nobody streams on Twitch other than Minecraft. This is incredibly annoying. It's the shape of this thing. That kind of makes sense. Like, people are more game bound, I guess, on Twitch than they are on YouTube. There are other things in Minecraft. There are. Okay. Here's a Pigstep. Spiel mit Steel. I've heard that name, but in the context of Minecraft. That's cool. How much do you play a few other games? Well, sure. So I've got a few. I haven't had time lately, but I followed Mike Hendy a bit, who's a Factorio streamer. Started on YouTube, but has done a lot of like Twitch runs lately. You open Twitch just on the. Are you gonna start playing some stupid thing? No, you're not. Okay, cool. Yeah, nobody's online then. I think mostly I've watched people who, like, in general, what I like is people who are just like solidly good at stuff and then also tell a good story about it. I've watched a bit of a guy called Frogarchist, who's done, he's, I guess, primarily a Halo speedrunner, but then his YouTube channel has kind of been like completionist runs of games in various cases. Like, he's done a bunch of, like, I tried to get 100% of the achievements in these like the Lego games in 24 hours, stuff like that. Really enjoyable, like, just from a storytelling or whatever perspective. If I watch non-Minecraft things on Twitch, it'll ruin the algorithm. I don't care about algorithms as much in the Twitch context as I do in the YouTube one. And like, he streams, but he, like, I would say I mainly watch him on YouTube. Another cool thing, which I haven't had that much time to watch, but there's this guy called Dr. Doot. He plays essentially mostly like Souls-like games. Elden Ring, Dark Souls, those things. With an electronic saxophone as the controller. Which is just something. There's no way up here. And, well, of course, it does make the sounds also. That's why it's called Dr. Doot. Hey, Junkpot. It's going well. I think this island is pretty much done. He was in one of the Games Done Quick speedrun marathons and showcased that run. That's how I found him initially. It's just pretty cool. So impressive. I follow a few people who play The Long Dark. A few people who play Factorio. Okay, so hold on. That's the end. Is it this pair of islands and then back down that way? Because there looks like there's a little bit left there, but there's not much. That's pretty cool. Otherwise, I don't really follow that much like other people anymore, I guess. Used to follow a bunch of people in doing GeoGuessr. They've all kind of quit, I think. I used to follow a bunch of people doing Rocket League, but I kind of haven't had time to follow that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am from Sweden, yes. And also I do have an electric vehicle. Let's answer all the things. Yeah, let's do that. What are you getting, Aussie? Surely there won't be a piglin right there. Where is the edge of this thing? Also, here's the line. Okay, maybe we start from here instead then. Maybe I don't want the hoglin booping me off the edge right now. The amount we drove in our old IC car, we expect to charge once a year. One of the things that's been so great going electric for me has been just I don't care about charging. Like, I can plug it in when I'm home, and the only time I actually care about charging otherwise is when I'm going on a really, really long road trip. And then the car will just plan out the charging for me anyway, so it's fine. And it's like it's not a big deal. I will need a break before the car needs a break. So. BYD. I've not actually tried any of them. I've heard that they are good, but not tried any of them myself. I'm lost. Where's the edge? Is there? Okay. Where is this monster? Keeps growling. I can't pick up anything here. God. Bladder range, yeah. I mean, and like lunch range, to be honest. There is some stuff up there. My God, we're almost getting to the point where this project is starting to look like done. I mean, shouldn't say it, I guess, knock on wood, but holy crap. This feels like a lot closer to being done than I had any hope that it would be at this point. Hi, tomorrow. My goodness, this thing is just scaring me. Oh, we are coming up on ads again. We'll do the same thing again. We will be taking a little bit of a break. We'll run the ads while we're on the break. I hate that. I hate the fact that I see that. And I hate the fact that it exists. Okay, we'll deal with that later. But we will need to have a little bit of a break. So, Twitch can get its ad thing done without us, missing anything. So we'll be playing clips for anybody who is a sub or YouTube member, and then once we are back, we'll continue the last bit of making this area green. That's ridiculous. Okay, very cool. We'll see you in a few minutes, folks.
Yeah.
I get why you're doing it. It's like, oh, there's a donkey here.
Oh, is there horses
Is
nearby?
there is a horse nearby.
Gotcha.
Oh, there is a horse nearby.
Nice.
Nice one, Lime.
Whee!
Oh.
Whee!
Oh.
Whee!
Oh.
Hi, cow. We will honor your memory always. Whee!
Rebind
What?
walk forwards to control plus shift plus craft jukebox and play Pigstep.
We're not doing that challenge anymore, but thank you for the bits, man. Whoa!
This is such a good place to play Pigstep.
How? Isn't that just poison?
See? You needed to craft the jukebox and play Pigstep.
I have failed you, chat. I'm sorry.
I miss Triple
I need
H.
to remove body pieces from you so I can sleep in them. Sweet dreams.
Unlock apples. Did you not see what happened to the last guy who refused to sell me apples? Oh no. Well, that serves me right, I guess. We burnt the composter. Might as well burn you while we're at it, I suppose. And me.
Alright, we're back. And we'll hold it out. We've seen that clip last time. Thank you, Bobby AI and Junkbot for the follows. Thank you, Myth, for the bits. Yeah. Maybe we'll do Triple H again sometime. I kind of feel like most of the people I see who play Triple H will kind of trivialize it by spamming totems. And if we don't, then it is like such a high stakes thing. And I don't really know what the purpose is because I have completed the challenge. So, well, I don't know. What is the broader project you were making? So this is a spawn proofing project for a gold farm located over there somewhere. Which is also going to be my bartering setup and get me like all the bartering stuff. And then also, it's helping out spawn rates for my froglight farm. And kind of just setting the stage for doing stuff in the Nether overall. I think the ideal here would probably have been if there was a fortress and a bastion in range, but like a treasure bastion. But my Nether was really terrible. But it was fun to watch. I mean, it was fun. It was also fun to play, but it was also like a thing I just couldn't play unless, you know, I was at the peak of my ability. It's not a thing you could play like on half speed, if you understand what I mean. I think a pearl is the best here. Okay. That all looks good. I think we need to go all the way up there. But surely there was something left. There might not be something left. Holy smokes. I thought there was some left of this stuff, but there doesn't look like it. That's ridiculous. Okay. Where's the line? Is this entire like floor? Oh yeah, there it is. So it's there, this line. So if I do this and then go down there, that's potentially the last bit. And this guy is just itching to help out. So is that guy. What other challenges would people like to see me try? It's the thing I've been thinking about, actually. I might put up another question about it. I don't currently have like a next challenge thing. Like I've completed the Monster Hunter Alphabet Challenge. And that was kind of the last little like running challenge theme I had. And I am very much a challenge runner. So I would like to figure out what the next one is. I have one idea that I need to kind of develop a mod to be able to play. But that I would really like to do at some point. Probably actually even as a charity stream challenge thing. Wasn't there an inventory of furnace challenge? There's a speedrun category that is like a inventory of blast furnaces. There might be one of just furnaces also. Oh, that's annoying. There's no way for me to get to the other side. Okay, let's do this then. I don't know if that's what you're meaning. I mean, charity stream would be great. I would love to do something related to ME, BFS. That is not even supposed to be that, but okay, I can't be bothered. We'll leave it. One extra. Where is the line? Can't see. Oh, it's all the way up there, actually. Okay, there it is. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's just... yeah. Skyblock, no water, no lava. So just the most like raw skyblock version ever. Still want to make my own skyblock. Actually, one thing that Fabian, I think, was mentioned on the Discord was running essentially a severely negative gamma.
Yay.
Which essentially means everything is dark except the horizon. That might be a really interesting challenge. Although it might also look really boring on stream because it would just be black for a lot of it. Wolf, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. blind Minecraft viewing. Yeah. Saw one where you couldn't breathe in the overworld, you had to use water. Yeah, it's like the play as a fish challenge. That's also interesting, but I don't know. Like, obviously, to some degree, some of these challenges are really unique and like it feels like people have done them. So I don't know how interesting they would be to see again from just me doing them, but on the other hand, I kind of want to try to get out of that mindset of like I have to be unique in everything I do. Okay, well, I now am in this stage, I think, where I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't know of any spawnable spaces, but I do see some like wood blocks on this tree. So I wonder how many of those we have. Probably quite a few. We should be in the zone where like most of the, yeah, you look at these, that sucks. I should maybe have just taken down all the trees. I just really didn't want to take down all the trees, but then not take down all the leaves. But I might kind of have to do that here. Just take down everything. I mean, I guess enjoyable is also like, I don't necessarily think that a challenge is there to be enjoyable, if you will. I don't know that I've considered all of the challenges that I've done enjoyable. Some, but the enjoyable part is doing something incredibly hard. Where are you? What are you doing? Why are you screaming at me? I enjoyed Ethos Challenge most. Yeah, that was still fun, but it's also one that can't really be like repeated. I am actually in the process of making a video about that. It is just a forever project though. It's so slow because it's such a long challenge. But I am working on it. Do this. Okay, let's just tear down as much as possible from top down. Oh, the endless farming of bamboo on sand on carpets. It was sand on carpets on slabs. I really do not want to like just leave these floating, so I'm gonna do this more thoroughly than it needs to be done because those are not spawnable. But I just really don't want to leave a bunch of floating quote unquote leaves. There's so much more work though if I want to do this to the entire Dwarf Forest or Crimson Forest section. Like there's a lot of it that's in. Like these were just 2 trees. Nice resources though. I like these blocks. Especially the shroom lights. They're like the best thing in the game. Yeah, I did love that farm. It was a really fun thing. But like the problem with the Ethos challenge was the end of it was absolute tedium. Like it was one of those things where the best thing to do was not to play the game. Just basically sit around in the mob farm. Because I had to get those materials. Which is not my favorite thing to have showcase on stream. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to do this now. Like, I don't want to fully go ham on. It's a few spawn spaces here and there. So really what I should be doing, I think, is go back to the farm and kind of see what type of rates we get from this. And if we have like a bunch of just spawns in a certain direction, we probably go for those. And maybe work on getting more of these fools in here. This seems quite good. This also seems quite loud. Hello, can you hear me over the noise? Ooh, some of it is missing. Okay, not much, but I mean, it's certainly now at the point where it's pretty good. Noise farm. So what would be expected to happen here, if the perimeter isn't good enough, is that the rates of the farm over time would slow down. And that does kind of seem to be happening. So let's take a look. So we stand right here. Excuse the noise. We've got barely any entities. There's a bunch this way, actually. So there's 40 this way. Central low. Oh, there's also all my like netherite digging tunnels are still unslabbed, which is bad. But it's apparently this way somewhere. And all right, negative 80 is the thing, the line, and we were going positive Z. So there should be carpets all the way out to positive 48. And that's okay. This is all outside. That appears to be the border. Let's double check that. Ooh, hello. 44. I was expecting 48 here. So I think I will just actually move it out to 48. And I don't think it will actually practically matter much because the real perimeter is a circle, not a square. But it is the number that I've been using, so should really put it at 48, which would be here. But I did see that corridor over there that might like go in and turn back, so that might be a thing. It is absolutely a rotten flesh farm, yes. With the side effect of a fair bit of noise. What about that? I mean, surely that's too far out in the corner. Okay, this is slapped further. So never mind then, this is fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Ow. But what about here? Let's go like back. There's something up there maybe. Like there? Too low? No, we're fine. This is 68. This is still way outside. I really don't know. The striders would not count. Yeah, striders don't like affect that mob cap. Where the heck am I going? Ow. Oh, this is something. Ah, no. Okay. Well, there was something there. There's also something here. But that's going the opposite way. And that doesn't look like it's turning around. This is also the opposite way. So really, it's if there's something going that way. And there is something going there. But I mean, that might be where I came in also. Can I get through there from here? I don't think so. I couldn't. Hold on. Okay. This is where I came in, then, eh? It's not. But this is still the other way. We're 100 blocks out now. Hi, Delta. They do count to at E3. Yes, that's true. But there won't be like 40 striders in a certain direction. I've completely lost track of where I came in here. It's through here. And that is that the thing I checked. There's also there. Okay. But this is also way outside. That was the same. Let's go check here. Or not. Quite sure I checked that. So that ain't it. Let's go check again. Could just be a weird coincidence. There's still 40, 50, 40 things. Like, obviously these are counting here too. 15 things in this direction. But 50 in this direction. There's definitely some pocket here somewhere. Doesn't look like here. Could be back through here somewhere. Like, I've felt quite certain. Looks quite low, actually. I wonder if it is those pathways. Oh, no. That's annoying. Is there a good way I can get rid of these? I don't know a way, I think. Carpet? Oh. Yeah, that would do it, I guess. Same as kind of spider prevention. Rawr. Actually, hold up. Right next to my doorstep. What's this? That's looking pretty good. So it's almost full down to here. And I guess this is the line? 18? Does that make sense? I don't think it does. It's the noise. This is what I care about. It's negative 80 in this too, so we should be at positive 48 in that direction too. Wow. I'm gonna have to clean this out. Oh, that's awful. You know what? Actually, that's just more than a full shulker of rotten flesh. Which means we should be making a new one. Some clerics to trade with. Yeah, I mean... I don't know. Feels like it's mostly waste. I mean, another option, I guess, is to do something like this. Just prevent it. Oh, well, actually, no, because that's just going to get it stuck in this hawk. I guess you've fallen off then. That's not too bad, though. Just chugging along. You ever need to breed 1,000 wolves? Yeah. It's all for my future wolf farming. Okay. Better than eating it? I don't know. Rotten flesh disposal. You can't just throw away stuff. I need a shulker farm, and I need automatic shulker loader, and we'll just fill enormous, endless quantities of rotten flesh. Because you never know if you'll need it. Okay, anyway, what I wanted to check was this is negative 80, which means we need to harp it in up to positive. Wait. Have I completely... That's 48, right? Positive 48. Now I put away all my carpet. That's not helpful. Alright, we'll do this. It's fine. So this is way... It's way in... Oh, this is where I want my carpet to end. Nice. Also got this entire corridor that kind of just needs... I mean, things will spawn on soul soil, right? Oh god, now I'm running. And I suppose we need to do this until we hit 48 in the other direction now. Which would be there. I mean, I want this for the entire thing, I guess. What are your thoughts on deconstructing farms once you have more than enough resources? For instance, I'm soon to have a barrel full of shulker shells. More than could be used in 100 lifetimes. I guess I don't see why you would put effort into. I mean, I get like it makes sense to me that you would turn them off. I guess we could just make this a stairway, an actual stairway. On the other hand, I kind of feel like I don't want to go down here anymore. I want to go somewhere else for my netherite mining. There's a lot of corridors down here, so definitely need to do this. But I need to figure out the perimeters here too. Oh boy, they are far away. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, we're like underneath the farm here, -80. Oh, I haven't even like gone that far. Okay, so here it's the entire thing along the main corridor. And then it's you silly buggers out here. And this is going positive, so this is not that far anymore. There. It's even too far. He knew. He knew. Some of these might go all the way though. Stop being in the way. I love Smite 5, it's so good. Could these have accounted for those 40 extra? I don't think so. But they sure aren't helping. Okay, we're just... This entire corridor is gonna have to be carpeted. Okay. So far, not too bad, but I know some of these have, like, so much dug out. There are a fair few mobs in here too, so I guess good sign that the rest of the spawn proofing is working reasonably. It's an Enderman down here. Where the heck does he even fit? That's so fun though. Just being able to kill them. Piglin can't even come after me. Alright. It's good that this is on 1.21.5 and not 4 for that. Really? No! What? Can't even do that. Okay. What do we got left? We got 25 minutes left. Random miss. Let's pick a new subject to share. Hi. Why are you like not even caring? What the hell? Okay. Where reinforcements found angry in that version. Oh. What is people's thoughts on the upcoming drop? 1.6. You have a favorite thing about it? You have a thing that you dislike about it? Happy guests? Sure. But what about them? I did kind of consider like a challenge run that's just you have to do the entire game from a happy guest. And bridges, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Otherwise, I kind of am like, I'm a little, I don't know. There's not really that much in it that really appeals to me, particularly like my playstyle. Not that I don't think it's good. It didn't really do much for my playstyle. I like the dialogues, but I haven't tried doing stuff with them yet. Yeah. That's it. Help with Aussie ping? Really? Not sure I understand how that's related. Huh? Okay, one more. Wait, what? Oh. Salable will be craftable. I really hope they are removed from fishing loot. Eh? They don't really hurt there, do they? Really happy about the cloud thing. I used to play without them because it bothered me so much. I kind of honestly still play without them. Like I don't know. The fact that they're just like inside, the way they look when you're inside them kind of breaks it for me. Oh, okay. Last full moss. Okay, dude. Happy Gas seems a bit odd to me. Probably fun in the right context, but I can't say I'm excited for them. I guess that's about a good summary of what I feel about them too. Like, I don't see myself going out and getting one in this world, for instance. Like, it doesn't really do much for me, but I guess it's kind of because I'm at the stage where I have Elytra and stuff. So, like, it becomes more of a fun novelty in that case than, like, a truly useful thing must have, right? So actually, these corridors are all in the direction that those 40 mobs were at. So it's not impossible that this was what it was about. Be interesting to see if it makes any difference. I'm kind of almost thinking that it won't. At some point, it's going to get really hard to find.
What to
the
do
best
with
ones.
1.2 M channel points?
I got to figure out something new for that. Can a happy gas be hit with a shulker bullet? Floats up. I presume it can be hit. I don't know exactly what happens. How's this Enderman still here? I guess he's holding an item. It's like you must despawn by now, but I guess with an item he doesn't. I guess the one reason to think about happy gas with even in this kind of setting is that they do provide like some interesting unique mechanics for like elevators and stuff like that. I mean, using them for their collisions. That might be interesting. Whatever, I'm leaving it. Oh. Why? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I don't think I have. No, I think this is my last moss. Means I don't have enough to complete this, so we need to go all the way down this corridor. To stack. I guess we can do this side at least. Kind of don't want to start the other side if I can't complete it. There's the ender dude. Collapse the wall. Very nice, my dude. Hi. Excuse the noise. It's the health on a happy ghast. I don't know. Lead things are pretty cool, yeah. I do like the lead changes. Overall, just we got one stack and two. That I don't think is enough, unless this is a particularly short corridor, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot here to do. Okay. We'll have to come back down and do this. But this is the last known spawn spaces, except the ones in the trees, which I honestly don't know if it's going to be worth it. Maybe it will, eventually. But yeah, that's a lot of spawn space, actually. Oh, we need to go check on our eggs. Go check on the eggs. Nice, you're just sitting there watching the... Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. Part of me thinks I should now just throw all these eggs in here to scale up the production of more eggs. Because even this isn't all that many. Like, in terms of actual chickens. For those of you who didn't see before, what I am doing here is trying to gather up a bunch of eggs so that I can throw them in some cave somewhere and get a whole bunch of chickens that we then blow up with a wither to get a whole lot of wither roses. Breed a few with seeds at least. Yeah, I don't know how to have that many seeds actually. And since I do have all of these eggs, we might as well just toss them, to be honest. Oh, look at that. Stop jumping up in the way. I'm being very lucky with these now for once. Prefer using snow golems for collecting wither roses? So you just make a whole bunch of snow golems. Guess that works. Sounds like a lot of work, but I guess it's fine. I think chickens are one of the nicest ones because you can really do this and just get a ton of eggs, and that gives you a lot of entities quickly somewhere. Hey, catch a live stream. How are you? I'm good, thank you. But I'm also just about to wrap up. I'm so sorry. Hi, Vid. Have bigger hitboxes? That doesn't really matter though. Explosion's big. You just get a ton of them and then you can kill them all at once with the spawn explosion. That's the plan for that. So that, given like an hour or two, that was gonna just explode in egg count. Let's go look at if my bone meal thing worked from the very start of the stream. But then yes, we are going to wrap up. I need to go to work tomorrow. Okay, so this is picking up 0 bone meal. That's full, and there's bone meal up here. That makes sense because I never opened this, I guess. This one I did though. Right? Yes. Huh? Okay, so this one is collecting bone meal. Okay, so just a little whoopsie over here. In that I... Oh, also didn't actually build the rest of it. Whoops. You know what? Kind of want a transparent block above there. At least on this side where I can do it right, but this side... So... One thing I want here is that. The other thing... Oh. Is I want this to be... This farm feels like it's just gone so wrong. Why does that keep happening? Yeah, last time it was a cat. I guess at this point... Like, why are they fighting? I don't get it. So they spawn in. Why is a creeper exploding? Like the only reason I know a creeper would explode was be a skeleton has accidentally shot it. But I guess a skeleton could get attacked by a dog if it just happened to spawn like next to it or something. I don't know. Either way, I think we do that. This farm has not been a great success story. It's just saying. What was I doing? Yes, fixing this. So, I want... that to be a glass block. Remove this. Add the glass block there. And now we should be starting to get bone meal. Whenever it's bone meal. Yes. Okay, cool. Okay. So now we are gathering large quantities of bone meal from these farms as well, which is nice. It will be quite slow, I think, but it's still, like, it's just going to gather them over time. Well. Why did I get a piece of gunpowder if the creeper blew up? Did it blow up another creeper? I don't get this farm at all. I really don't understand. It's got tinted glass in here. It's blown up and then fallen in the collection chute. I don't know. I have to think about that. It's a nice floating chest you got there. It's on the ground. This was ground level before I started digging away here. How's my honey doing? It's stuck, isn't it? Which just I don't even. Oh, there. It's so stuck. It wasn't as stuck as I thought it would be. Huh. I guess this is not chunk loaded. I could chunk load it. On the other hand, I've got quite a lot of honey. How's this doing? I should chunk load this for certain. Alright, we'll deal with that next time though, because I am out of time. I'm gonna have to go. Streams should be back. The normal schedule is Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. The problem is we are now in the pre-release period for 1.21.6, which means I have to make a whole update video about that thing. So that will take a bunch of time and that will take precedence, but I'm not sure yet. Let's go raid somebody, shall we? Alright, where are we going today? All right, let's go to Raine. Thank you so much, folks. Have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, night, whatever it is in your time zone. And I will see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.